This is about becoming legends. What the hell are you doing?
I'm warming up my instruments.
Now, Matthias, since you have played Dieter before and then got to finally direct yourself as this character, did you find it harder or easier to approach this after having that personal experience in Army of the Dead?
I'm okay.
Oh, I think it was easier for me because we established the character and we had we were building these little foundations of his character, so it was cool to even give him more color and origin story that was great and was it was fantastic to be back at the first moment when I put my clothes on, and Dieter was back, and that was a great feeling.
Zach, what was it about Matthias's filmmaking resume that convinced you to give him Army of Thieves?
Well, you know what it was for me, just seeing him every day doing the work and being amazing on set and really just kind of crushing the, not only that part, but also, the work ethic and being funny. And actually, we were a big ensemble cast. And he was always the first one there, always knew his lines, knew everything, really listening and into the blocking and everything. And I was just like, this guy is working hard. He knows what's up.
I did it!
So it just made sense to me to say, okay, this character better than anyone. You should run this show.
Guz, I'm going to start with you because Rolf is a getaway driver and a comedic relief. Very important part to any heist movie, but especially Army of Thieves. What is it about that combination that you think is just so crucial to pulling a movie off?
Rolf, our getaway driver.
I'm reminded of some of my favorites, and if I'm not wrong, the legendary legend, probably my favorite stand-up of all time, Bernie Mac was in Oceans, right?
Yes.
And I remember it was a slightly different role. It's Hollywood. And so you can tell Bernie wasn't able to be off the leash completely. He wasn't able to be Bernie per se.
You might as well call it White Jack.
But I was so happy just to see his face in a movie like that. I feel kind of the same way about myself. You've got gorgeous Stuart Martin. You've got Nathalie Emmanuel. You've got Matthias Ruby. And then you've got this guy from the hood in Coventry in England. Hopefully people have that same feeling when they see, oh shit, Guz is there, man. Like I did when I saw Bernie in the heist movie.
Brad Cage, a man that has been described as, and I'm paraphrasing, if Brad Pitt and Nicolas Cage banged and had an even hotter baby. How does it feel to read those words for the first time? And did it inspire you to revisit any of either of their movies for inspiration?
Our very own real-life action hero, Mr. Brad Cage.
Well, we were in lockdown, so that was my research, was just going back through old American 90s, noughties films. I just falling in love with them again. I did Point Break and Face Off and all that. He's great, man. He's just it's such a joy to be able to play a character who instantly, from the minute we sort of introduce him as what he is, we just go, oh, he's made it all. There's such joy in that. It's you're taking the piss out of him, you're poking fun at him, and which allows you to sort of push it really far in how much he what he thinks of himself, There's great fun there. So I love that part of it.
I love a good heist movie. And Nathalie, we'll start with you on that note. You come from, among other credits, the Fast Saga, which is all about heists and crews and, family.
Family.
And Gwendolyn kind of feels like Army of Thieves version of a Dom. And I just wanted to know, was there ever a point where you really felt like you were channeling that on set?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I learned from the best,
De familia.
No, that's such a compliment. Thank you. I guess we have that similarity of this kind of small group of people that have to bring all their skills together to, do the mission.
Is it like in a movie film where each one of us has a different skill set and it's only working together that we can pull off that which needs the pulling off?
Yes, it's exactly like that.
Gwendolyn is very much the kind of like recruiter, mastermind of finding the right people, but alongside amazing people and talented people like Karina, who Ruby plays, she's able to find. We're able to carry out these crazy heists. I see that connection. I'll take it. I like that.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Are there any special skills that you're kind of sad we didn't get to see Karina display on screen?
Karina, our master hacker.
I don't know. I guess I could have gone a little deeper into this world, but I would have needed a little more time to like learn some stuff for the role. But I just, maybe next time, if there is a next time, I would like to like have a fight sequence with Nat together. That would be great. Like a woman fighting.
Something where they're like, where the fact that they're women will be in their favor. Like they're lighter, they're like more like agile and lithe and like, where they have to like, yeah, I'm so down for that.
I give you about a 5% chance of survival, so good luck.
Dieter was like a fan favorite, almost like that.
Yeah.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like, when he shoots the gun. Of course, it would make sense to me that Dieter would be an awesome shot the second after he realizes that a gun is just a little machine.
What a beautiful little machine.
It fires bullets, it's like, it's a mechanism, right? So like he fires the gun and he's like, oh, of course. Like, yeah, a gun's, yeah, what a beautiful little machine, like that to me, I always found like you could do a gigantic action scene with Dieter after that and he would just kill everybody because he was just the machine, because he would just be like, oh, I'm just operating these little machines that I found and I know how they work. Like once he understands how a thing works, it's like, he can take it apart because that's the brain that he has.
So how do you guys think your characters from Army of Thieves would fare in the Army of the Dead zombie apocalypse?
Oh my gosh, I would knock out Dave Bautista. One punch, mate. No, genuinely, I was so scared because obviously Stu, he's in cracking shape. He looks after himself. And then when I saw the kind of images that were coming out off the set of Army of the Dead, pulsing muscles, bulging triceps.
Muscles, dude.
Bro, exactly. Listen, there's no denying my ass was concerned. But I think what was great about our movie is that it felt like a really great ensemble of characters that, not just in terms of our demographics and our lineages and our kind of things that we bring to the project, but also in terms of the personalities. It felt really varied. It wasn't, every single moment wasn't action, zombie. And it gave us all chance to be characters, I suppose.
How do you think your Army of Thieves characters would hold up in the Army of the Dead scenario?
Gwen has some, physical abilities, fighting, and she's used a lot of guns, and she's very physically capable. And I think that would definitely go in her favor. And she'd be good at finding the right people to go into that city with. She'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna need this, and this, and this guy, he can do that. This is my team. I think she'd be good at finding the good, like the great, the best people.
I think that Karina, I don't know if when there's a zombie apocalypse happening, if there's still internet and stuff, but maybe she would hack into cameras to check stuff out if we're safe going that way, or like an underground communication service kind of thing. So I think that's something that Karina would do.
I've been reconning their systems for months to test their capabilities.
I am sorry to close on this, but a friend of mine says he hopes Morgana wins on Taskmaster.
Tell your friend to fuck off.
I will.
Joking, bro. She's great. I love her.
Cheers, mate.
This movie ends with probably three of the sweetest words before we go back to Army of the Dead. Sometime later. There is so much wiggle room. And I was wondering if there are any plans or ideas for any Army of Thieves or Dieter continuations.
Well, I'll say that for one, we don't see Dieter, die on camera in Army. So just saying.
Thank you, because I was going to ask that, but it's like, okay, I don't know how coy we're going to be, but I am so glad that you threw that out there, because just, again, Matthias, seeing you now direct and star as this character, I love Dieter even more. And I just need to see more of this wonderful, wonderful safecracker.
This is about becoming legends. Any questions?
No.
Yes, many. Hundreds.